not much else to say there. We already kind of did the recap, and it finished really 2 minutes ago, not even. So hopefully if you are tuning in to, pretty much how that took place. But again, Rexar's competing. We'll see how they do here in Game 2. Again, they're on the Legion side this time around, so they got that first pick, and they're going to use it on Puppet Master here. But BMG responds with Empath. That's a first pick Empath here from BMG. Don't know if I've really seen that from them ever, but hey, they go.
That does hint that they're not going to run a jungler 100% now, because I know Hanskin plays the Empath. So Torturer is also banned, so that's another reason probably why they couldn't get him. But yeah, it's still a decent pick. They're gonna give away the Puppet Master on BMG. So I don't know how much I like that, because they're not really getting anything that they would really want for trading that Puppet Master out. Bensington is always an option, but to be honest, I don't know what Hanskin's thinking right now.
Yeah, I think I'm looking at that Empath. I think it's you bring up a good point. They're probably not going to see a jungler here, but I think that's also a very responsive pick to the Puppet Master. Knowing they don't want to give them that combo of an Empath Puppet, so take it themselves. But again, as you said, it does give some good information to Rexars, and yeah, giving them Puppet Master for not really getting a whole lot of value yourself is definitely a little risky right here. But they do go Pharaoh on top of it all, so Pharaoh's been seeing a lot of action here recently, and well, really always has. Kind of had his up and down phases, but more recently has been very popular and probably end up in the hands of Jonas fan here in most cases.
Yeah, and Bubbles picked Andromeda. Ooh, okay, so Andromed's pretty good against Pharaoh with the swap out of the Mummies. And then the obvious Swiftblade pick coming out from Fuzi. But yeah, okay, so I don't...
Obvious pickup, huh?
This could be Tri-Lane versus Tri-Lane. Although I don't really like Empath in a Tri-Lane, but the wall is really good with Swiftblade. So, we'll see. I think that BMG might actually Tri-Lane if they want to. Swiftblade, if you think about him, he's not a hero you just want to sit in the short lane and farm. It's almost always an aggressive Tri-Lane because it's so difficult to beat Swiftblade in a Tri versus Tri situation. And now they're going to be banning the good supports out, such as Glacis. What else? I'm not sure if Hansen's going to actually ban any really strong supports, but yeah, okay, Engineer. And
yeah,
I don't think I think a Luna and Nympho are going to stay on the board. I don't know if they're going to choose to ban MOA. I really doubt that, but there's not really any other supports that stand out that do really, really well in the tri-lane. Maybe a Luna. But once again, Puppet Master is also really, really good in the tri-lane. So I think this tri versus tri will be sort of even, because I think I'll favor BMG a bit, but they are going to go long lane, I believe. So that pretty much means that the solo lanes are going to have to do super well, which is that Pharaoh, that Bubbles, and whatever the other two picks that each team decides to choose.
Yeah.
Hopefully some AoE stunner on BMG I'd like to see, because Swiftblade doesn't really offer much potential. He gets kited pretty easily unless you have a lot of stuns.
Riftwalker.
Yeah, that's true.
Support Riftwalker.
Definitely. Although it's not very good in the tri-lane, it still would be pretty good. I like that hero actually a lot.
Yeah. She comes out every now and then.
Or Berserker. It's a pretty good stun.
Or the support Berserker, yeah. That could work out too. A lot of attention on supports with that said. Again, the initial bans but had both not only Torture but Rhapsody in there, of course, as well. So, yeah, not only the picks and the bans themselves after the fact. Behemoth, the final ban from Hanskin. We did see Insania run that Behemoth roam strategy. It actually ended up working out for them against Team Excellence. So, Kraken is going to be coming out here for Rexars. So, again, it's a case of probably going to see another support here for both teams, really. Still coming out. I mean, I don't know. Could you see Rexars going say like a Tempest here, or is they going to go secondary support?
I think they're forced to go a support because if they don't have something to fall back on, if BMG tri-lanes, they're kind of screwed with their carry. So I'd want them to pick. And there's not really any active jungler because I don't feel Bandia, and Tempest is really the only one left, like you said. So I'd really want them to pick something like I don't know, like something's hinting to me at like the Mented Shaman, because Insania always like picks that hero randomly.
He does, yeah.
But Yeah, besides that, I don't know. Maybe something like an Luna isn't always bad, but I don't think that Legion was going to pick a Luna. They're probably going to pick something that can do very well as a second support, which could be something like a VJ maybe, but I'm feeling the VJ coming up, or the Demented Shaman.
Jester, Demented Shaman. He's ran both of those recently in this Pro League, so although those aren't your usual supports, could possibly. Whoa. Profit. I mean, they were right-clicking the Rift Walker, but they go to Profit in the end. Interesting.
Not bad.
Yeah. You think it's so that kind of makes sense for that Swiftblade synergy and.
I mean, I've always thought that Profit's one of those heroes that I remember. Like IG used to run it a lot with Insane and Incender used to play it. I think it's just one of those heroes that if you can play it very well, it's a really effective hero, especially with the ulti that could bounce the skills. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense if Hansen can play it. That's the main thing. I think it's always had potential. Just one of the heroes that you have to rely on the skill more or less of the player than the hero itself.
Yeah. I think it's come down to again, there's a lot of talk about it when he was first introduced to the competitive scene, and we could possibly see it, but we never really did, and the couple times we did, it wasn't really the most impressive, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that he needs levels. I mean, he needs to get the synergy of all the abilities, and then eventually on top of that shared fade. So, you know, as far as his ultimate impact on this, you're looking a little bit later on in the game, but, you know, being a secondary support role, that could definitely come about, and even when he hits that place, I mean, he is a very, very powerful tool, definitely. Myrmidon coming out for Rexar, so
nice.
We are just having a fun game here. Different heroes, definitely. Myrmidon, great synergy with Andromeda. Sets up the wheat field pretty easily.
I think the really nice thing is that Puppet Master could use something like a puppet show. And that's long range. Myrmidon could also use the long range wheat field, and then that sets up for Andro to get a stun off, because she needs to be pretty close to get that. So 2 long range stuns and a short one on top of that. It's pretty effective. And the what's the name of the skill? Waveform is it's good to escape if a super ever goes on you. They can't really rely on going on a Myrmidon after level 2 or level 2 and on because of the fact that he could just run away.
Shout out to Z-Freak. He's the Myrmidon player, definitely.
Oh, okay, that's obvious pick as well. I'm just going to leave the game now.
What? Help! Wait, did they...
Oh. They wanted TB?
They wanted Thunderbringer?
Hey,
let them remake, please! I would love to see Thunderbringer.
Because, like, you casted for a long time now.
It's been a while, yes.
It's been a while. And, I mean, didn't Thunderbringer used to be pretty strong back when people used to tri-lane because, the global ulti, really low supports.
The under-leveled supports, yeah, that's very true. Yeah, not even the ultimate, I mean, just he finds them in this one zap, it's like half their life.
Boom. And on top of that, they have the Pharaoh rockets, so it's like Team Global.
Huh. I love it.
I guess.
BMG definitely going to have a little bit of fun here, and I like that. Again, they're in a very comfortable spot so far here in the Pro League, and obviously they're up 1-0 here in this series. So, I think a lot of that is coming into play here. If this was, more on the line for this specific match, then we probably wouldn't see these picks. But I'm not complaining. And yeah, I mean, hell, I'm a fan of Hellbringer. I was happy to see that in the end, but especially it was going to be more of a farming Hellbringer, it looked like. But yeah, no, Thunderbringer, please. We have not seen Thunderbringer since the 1v1 middle stages, and like you're saying, where trial lanes were very powerful, and it was good against that strategy. So, again, the big thing to keep in mind here with Thunderbringer, do we have another server? Okay, I think there's 2 servers created. The big thing to keep in mind with Thunderbringer, that change that happened with his W. The Blast of Lightning, you can now use it on yourself, first off, to get vision, or your teammates, but it also gives you movement speed as well. So I'm not saying that's going to be like the biggest thing ever, but still something. Still something.
It's also really good as a counter ward, yeah, like you said. It gives vision, so that counter ward possibility is always open. I'm trying to remember Legion's picks. Yeah, it's... They don't really have any hero that can... I mean, late game they have like a Puppet Shroud, I guess, that you could reveal. But...
yeah, that's true.
There's something else, yeah. So, I like the lineup, though. I think that BMG strategy is just... That trial lane is super important now. Because if they get completely demolished, that Thunderbringer is not going to take off by any means and carry the game, nor is a Pharaoh. So it really goes down to that tri-lane from BMG. While on the Rexar team, it's just don't feed the tri-lane and really try to get as much harm as possible on that Puppet Master, as well as that Bubbles.
Thunderbringer played by Olympian. You know, this is also he is also a candidate for an item like a Spell Sunder. You know, that new item that was introduced.
Yeah, true.
So, but yeah, I'm obviously intrigued to see how he builds, how he plays ultimately. And of course, you got Prophet with that debilitate and amplifying the damage even. You know, 20% damage from all sources at level 4 of that. So, you know, again, it's gonna be fun, man. There's a lot of damage potential here on this Hellborn team, but that's also on the Legion team. This has the makings of definitely being an aggressive game too. So, a lot of things lining up here. Oh, look at that. Purple Rexar, I think he's using the newest Puppet Master avatar. That's he's part of the Ninjas crew. In the Pirates versus Ninjas. That just came. Ninja. That was just introduced.
I haven't even seen this one, actually.
Yeah, no, I think they're like just coming out, like starting today even, so.
It's not. It's and the one in Sandy, if you think it's not new as well.
It's
pretty new.
He using Myrmidon?
I never even seen that one.
No, it's I don't know if I've seen it before. It's like a lion.
Yeah.
It's like a lion that's a Myrmidon. It is weird.
And then,
alrighty.
Yeah.
Man.
So this could be a level 1 fight though. Let's see. I really like when you're doing the aggressive challenge to ward behind the tower, like right now.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen like the Reason Gaming play, or when I used to play with them, and we used to try it, I would always put a ward behind the tower. We just dive when the person was running towards the lane. In this case, they're not going to do that. They're going to block the pull as well. Let's get a rune ward. I'm just going to play it safe. Swiftblade should be fine. But yeah, I think both teams know what's going on. They both know where each team is going to send each person in the lane. It's probably going to be a Bubbles towards that mid lane, maybe a Kraken Suicide, and then at the tri-lane versus tri-lane bottom. While on Hellborn, you have Limp probably going to go mid, and then Jonas going top. So, yeah, it's actually really even lanes across every lane. Pharaoh versus Kraken, I'd favor maybe, okay, actually, wait, Kraken, yeah, Kraken's goes top. Okay, so, yeah, maybe Kraken, you could favor him just a bit. Does he have a bit more pooled region? No, he doesn't actually. So no, I'd actually favor the Pharaoh just a bit there. And then that Thunderbringer versus Bubbles, honestly, I don't know. I think I'd favor Thunderbringer. I don't know if you can auto-take cover the W.
Yeah, I was actually just thinking that. I don't see. I don't know. I don't know. I don't see why not. But
I think you could, yeah.
We'll see if he gets it here, and that comes into play. But if you can, then I think that obviously helps a lot for him, of course. But
bottom,
you can't. We already have action down here. Yeah. Why do I even just keep the camera down here? Yes, we got our try versus try. So again, not often we see this, but this is not only try versus try, but this is a very aggressive try versus try lane on either side. To be coming out. So, I mean, you knew this was coming. Are you leaning towards either way here, or you just think this too is just even and it's going to come down to play?
I really haven't seen Prophet in the tri-lane as a long time. I think I'd actually favor Legion, just a bit. But it goes down, it's not just about the picks in this lane anymore, it's more about the positioning of Legion because of the empath. Mm-hmm. While Hellborn has to misplay a bit to die, like right now CiC might get cut out.
Yep, off to the side. Empath in a lot of trouble. The Puppet Show holding him in place. Debilitate to turn things around, though. Andromeda dropping. He will end up falling, but they got the Bloodlust kill first. A 1-for-1 exchange in favor of Rexars. Wheatfield going to put Prophet in his place right there. Puppet Master chasing. He is level 2. He has a hold, but he went the wrong direction. However, is still going to go up. Pulls him back in. The Wheatfield going to miss, though. Wasn't able to use it in time. Here comes Andromeda, however. Swiftblade going to be locked out by the Comet Stun. Doesn't have her spin up just yet, but the Legion team needs to start falling back. They're the ones that not have the cooldowns. And that'll be the end of that. So Bloodlust in their favor. Meanwhile, though, in the middle lane, Limp does pick up the kill on a Bubbles. So, yeah, he's having a good time.
And that here just does insane damage. I really want to see him just use 1W. I want to see how much damage that is. But Bubbles hasn't leveled or skilled a level into points into his W or E, so I don't really know yet if that you can still do that. But yeah, this I think CiC could have popped his health potion. I don't know if he did last auto attack before and maybe been able to get away with one hit left and could have maybe gave the Bloodlust to his team. But regardless, that Red Rexar gets a Bloodlust. It's actually going to get initiated on right now, but the wall just a bit too off.
Yeah, Swiftblade spins, avoiding the Comet Stun, going to apply a little bit of damage. But I think Fuzi, he's going to fall back, as that was more of a defensive spin than anything to respond to that Kamasan attempt. So, but again, you got the farm coming out, 8-5 now, 8-6 Puppet Master versus a 3-0 Swiftblade. So he's denying a lot of farm here and having a good advantage. Not going the Whiplash just yet, of course. Still sitting on just the Puppet Show and the Puppet Hold, at least being level 2. We'll see where he goes at level 3. If he gets the Whiplash for some added damage, but at the same time it would push in the lane a little more, so that's where the question lies. What will Purple Rexar go here for his next ability? Okay, yeah, he does go the Puppet Shell, so just keeping control of the crowd control here. Bubble's still sitting on those 2 points. He's got the level 2 Shell Serve. I believe those aren't stats that he's leveling up, but so yeah, I kind of wonder if he's just saving it for to level that take cover if he finds it necessary, or the Song of the Sea if he's going to perhaps go in for a kill. But right now, Limp 18, now 19-6 compared to a 13-0 Bubbles on top of the kill that he has, of course. So yeah, Thunderbringer again having a very, very, very good time here in that middle lane. I did switch the camera. Oh, I almost thought for a second I might not have switched the camera back when you guys were looking at a versus screen. That would have sucked. All right, but no, we're going to go. So 4 minutes in, though. Looks like Danny's back here, but yeah, it's just talking about Thunderbringer. Again, he bottles up a regen rune there, too. He's
yeah, so... what was I going to say? Yeah, so, you know, that Bloodlust kill might have been... Oh, no, I wanted to mention, okay, actually some initiation bottom right now. Wall going to go off. They want to try to go on this with Andromeda.
Yeah.
Oh, should be a kill.
Spin coming in, stun on the Prophet, doesn't matter. They debilitate a little bit of extra damage, or no, he doesn't even have that. What am I saying? He has Persecution, actually, but Swiftblade gets caught in the weed field. He will fall, so a carry for support so far. Will it be another carry going down? Yes, well, Thunderbringer, guess what? He's level 6, ladies and gentlemen. Down goes Puppet Master, and Myrmidon's going to have to just walk away in the end. So, but yeah, that's the... He's already level 6.
And the Pharaoh Rocket bottom at the same time.
Oh, yeah, coming down there. This is where BMG can really start to excel now. I mean, he already it's on me a cooldown, of course, but
I wanted to say that I haven't, like, no offense to support or Seal Kid. I haven't seen him play empaths before, and I think it is a bit of some, like, a comfortability issue that he has.
Yeah.
Just because there's a couple of times that he's missed a couple walls, so and it has been a bit unfortunate. But at the same time, I guess you can't really expect him to know how to play Prophet either. So I guess. It would be the second support, preferably in this lineup. So, you know, Hansen's going to take that role. But, you know, regardless, they're going to do pretty well bottom, except for Fuzi actually might get picked off now. And he does.
Wow. I mean, yeah, you get caught in that crowd control rotation, and you do not have a chance, as we saw right there. So he just got locked down. He couldn't even spin or anything. So obviously getting a little too comfort. A little too much comfort there in that case. But, yeah, and the knock with the Debilitate, that is very curious. Instead level 2 Invigorate. So it's a give and take of, obviously he wants to get more support out rather than going for that extra damage output. That Debilitate would apply. So I don't know. That's what do you think about that?
I don't know how much it matters, to be honest. I guess damage is always better, so maybe the Q might have been better in this situation. But then again, it's a heal, so I don't really have an opinion. I think both are good. In this situation, okay, I wanted to also mention Pharaoh just hit level 6, and while I'm talking about Pharaoh, it looks like somebody's keeping top, so they might try to go for a gank onto him with that Myrmidon.
Yeah.
Not Kraken. This should be a kill as well. If all he needs to do is just hit that Kraken ultimate, if Pharaoh does pop that invisibility rune, you have the weed field giving a vision of invis units for a couple of seconds as well, so this should be a kill.
What's the matter? It's, yeah, not guaranteed. I mean, you can tell he wants to maybe get a charge off, but Pharaoh's, he's so close to the tower, it's obviously very tough to just go all out for a kill right then. I think he knows something's up. Joseph Fan is feeling it. If anything, Myrmidon's been missing. Oh, that probably scouted. Yep. He knows exactly what's up now. So Myrmidon's gank attempt is going to be foiled right there. And in the end, we'll have to start falling back. Bottom lane, again, you can see they're trying to set up the rocket. Actually comes in. Oh, the ultimate! And he gets the kill to Bubbles. And the Puppet Master taking a lot of damage from that as well, of course, off the bat. and he eventually falls. However, Kraken ports in. He's level 7. He has to release the Kraken. They get the 1 kill to Profit. Has to use just it. He will use it right there. Swipblade has to go bad angle, but in comes Feral. The Hellfire on top of Andromeda. Swipblade goes down. Kraken wants another kill on an Empath. He is going to chase Feral in the meantime. He can't kill Andromeda. The creep wave comes in. Now, actually, Feral's the one that's in a little bit of trouble. The both supports, yep, Empath is going to fall. Beautiful turnaround from Rexars right there in the end, as Kraken, the TP, does wonders at that bottom lane there in their favor. So, again, Thunderbringer makes some big plays in the middle lane, using that ultimate to get a kill, but is Bubbles seriously going stats? Like, I feel like he is going stats now, because I didn't think it was earlier, but in the way he's leveling here, Profit in the meantime, by the way, he's caught out in the jungle. He was trying to finish off Andromeda, and now Hans gets in trouble. He dodges a charge, but it doesn't matter. The damage is too much. Green Rexer, excuse me, is making some big plays on Kraken here, but yeah, I think Bubbles is actually going stats here. Okay, never mind. He does level 2 Song of the Sea. All right. That makes a little more sense in the end. So, you see a ward aside, it's going to spot both Switchblade and Thunderbringer roaming around. Going to allow them to get away. Level 4 Blast of Lightning here. You there, Panny? I think Panny went AFK. Left me. But anyways, no, that was obviously another fun exchange that we had in the jungle right there. But now he has a level 2 Song of the Sea on Bubbles, so and he's level 6. How's that kill field ready to go? We've seen the power of a TP, and our response could definitely set up or put your team in a pretty good situation. So we'll see if that kind of calls for that here once again. Meanwhile, speaking of Bubbles, though, he's gonna fall. Jonas a fan doing the same thing. He's also he's level 8 now, but he has his ultimate, of course, and obviously able to do a lot of work right there. So. All right, it looks like. Oh, okay, you did say BRB.
Yeah, sorry about that.
There's just so much fighting going on. Empath. Oh, he's gonna fall. The Magic Carpy avoided the stun, but the damage was too much. However, Myrmidon will go down as well. Puppet Master trying to get the angle, but actually Swiftblade coming in. Here comes Thunderbringer as well. Watch this blast of lightning. Look at that damage. Yeah, TPs though, and Thunderbringer actually being locked down with the stun. Bubbles, he has a Kelfield. Beautiful Kelfield. It hits all 3. This could cause issues. Ultimate coming after Thunderbringer. He's trying to scare them out. The blast of lightning will finish off Bubbles, but at what cost there? Down he goes. The release of Kraken doing work. Swiftblade taking some good damage. He goes down. Profit hits level 6, but not going to do a whole lot here most likely. He puts the Shared Fate down. And actually throws out that Invigorate right there. Going for the gun. Puppet Master, but no, he can't get it. Yes, he will at the last second. It is just chaos down here at the bottom lane. And now Feral's trying to finish off another kill. He will get that kill as he's going to be locked down, but they're not going to pursue any further. So finally, it comes to a close. I mean, this is just a back-and-forth game, man. It really is. 22 hero kills in just over 10 minutes.
In the beginning, I'm like, whoa, wow, like come back from Legion, and I go and like the fight ends, and Jonas like goes and kills somebody. So I don't really know who's in the lead. Taking a look at Puppet's farm versus Swiftblade, it's pretty even. The only difference is that Swiftblade is still level 5, so didn't really have that ulti for that fight at bottom lane. If he had that, it could have been a completely different story. Well, mid lane, okay. Yep. I don't think we're going to catch a lot of kills this game.
I mean, I'm doing my best to get them on camera at least, so feel free to keep talking about points. We don't need to play-by-play all these kills because, yeah, they're just constantly happening.
But nice kill bottom. I mean, Puppet's 0-4. That's really unexpected, and that's something you don't want to do because that hero, he's one of the hardest carries in the game, but you still need to get some decent farm on him for him to be effective in the mid to later game stage. And Bubbles is also not doing very well either, so... That's right. It's right now. It's at Kraken. It's like the saving grace. 1.2k saved up, so could go for something more of like a Helm of the Black Legion, or maybe just a straight up portal key for a fight. And I kind of would like a portal key because if that Bubbles gets a big kelp field like we saw bottom lane, if you get a Kraken alt on top of that, it's going to be just disaster for this Hellborn side.
Yeah, I mean, Thunderbringer, too, he's got a lot of build-up here as far as his items are concerned. Even the Mystic Vestment's thrown in there. So, he's not really shining as far as having that huge item pickup. But, again, a lot of build-up. He's able to get a lot of nukes out and survive quite a bit. Feral in the meet up at the top lane. He avoids the charge, but it's not going to matter. In the end, he still goes down. Meanwhile, at the bottom lane, a counter kill. But, yeah, look at that. The ultimate comes out, and Little Rexer falling again on Bubbles. So, he is just a bane to Thunderbringer here. He's just keeps dying to him. But 8-0-0, Kraken, jeez. Yeah, he really is that big hope here. And he's going to have that portal key very shortly, actually. Again, he's kind of that meaty presence also, and he can also dish out some good damage, especially with the start. Hell, he's level 11 now. So I think that's huge for Rexars. The fact that he's having a good success here. What do you think for Puppet Master, though? Again, the farm struggling. Swipblade is starting to get a little bit better of a lead. But if you're Puppet Master here, do you go straight Assassin Shroud or just straight Shrunken Head? Or
okay, well, first of all, he needs vestments just because of this Thunderbringer mainly. Yeah, I mean, because nobody really won the trialing, there's no decisive winner, I'd say. Maybe Slet and BMG's favorite just because of the Thunderbringer and the Pharaoh, which can constantly, even like now when nobody's fighting, they can constantly help the lane.
Yeah.
I would probably lean more towards the defensive build, like a Shrunken Head, because I don't know how much a Shroud's going to do for you when you have 1k HP 20 minutes in the game. It's just not going to help that much. So he has to go defensive items. The hero itself still does a lot of damage within the ulti and has a lot of lockdown. So, even if he doesn't get that Shroud that, you would really like to see in any other game, he still has the potential to actually do something instead of just being a non-factor. He's not going to die out, per se, this game.
Swap on a Prophet right there, right into the weed field. Indeed, a very nice swap. Prophet is going to fall. Port coming in from Kraken. So this will be a 4-man existence down here for Rexars now. We'll see if they maybe go for a little bit of a pushback here, or if they instead spread out. I think Kraken was expecting a lot more to take place right there. But there wasn't really much of a response from BMG, so that's almost a little hurt there for Rexars. As Kraken's now down here, and he's just going to start roaming around, because in the meantime, Pharaoh's just going to pick up some farm at the top side, and again, Thunderbringer continuing to do his thing. He's level 11, by the way. Obviously, a very important moment, because now he has a level 2 Lightning Storm. 335 magic damage coming out. I mean, you look at this Legion team's life pool. Andromeda and Myrmidon especially. Hell, Bubbles is the least at 663, so you're looking at close to half, if not half in certain cases. So, look right there! Jeez! Bubbles just gets annihilated by Thunderbringer.
I mean, look at bottom when he did, like, Puppet has half HP.
Yeah.
Myrmidon is missing pretty much half as well. Like, all these people were just full HP, but it's also the E on top of it, right? From Thunderbringer, the Lightning Rod, which also does a lot of damage, and the more people that are around each other, it even does more. So, overall, it's just a really difficult ability to deal with, and it's all goes down to the fact that you have to shut down the Thunderbringer early game, or else that's going to happen. Yeah, he's just going to take off. So, it's to the point now where BMG they know that they have a bit of a lead, and they just need to keep that up. And Kraken actually going to run into the whole team.
He gets to release the Kraken off. They get the one kill and a Prophet. Thunderbringer still find those Swift Slashes all on Kraken. Beautiful wall. The swap from Andromeda, though. A big counter. Pharaoh's coming in, but he couldn't get close enough to finish off Kraken. They do take out Puppet Master. He's going to try to rock it. No, he's not going for it.
He doesn't know.
Wouldn't have been a kill. It would have been a kill. It's level 4. But yeah, it's not going to hit. But they do chase down for the kill down here. And overall, they're still very happy, of course, of the outcome. The sacrificial stone pickup by Thunderbringer, by the way, going into that fight, he already has another 1,800 gold now. So I don't think it's something like spell shards here.
Yeah, that would be definitely good. I don't know. I mean, yeah, okay. So it's the spell shards. Oh, he filled it. Okay.
Yeah, he's not sure.
He's thinking about it, but I guess you have a lot of options at the same time.
Talked about spell thunder, that too.
Thunder, yeah. Portal key.
You like that portal key on anyone. Hey, it really can work on anyone. It really can.
Bottom line CP's coming in. Kraken actually with the portal key. But the wall.
Speaking of that, but yeah, the walls are too strong. Tablet of command on Fair, obviously a very good pickup against a hero like Kraken who's having a good start. And he goes in right there, catches Puppet Master, Purple Rexar. He's just not having a good time. Limp gets credit for the kill. And now I think we might see our first tower kill of the game. Yeah. Never mind. They want hero kills. Screw tower kills. There's another kill. The damage is just absurd. Nice swap from Andromeda right there to put himself in a safe position. But in the meantime, Crack is now in trouble. Prophet does go down, but Bubbles, once again, going to get turned on. Kraken is still 10-0-0. I mean, he is still not been killed. But in the rest of his team, it's not as lucky. And
I don't even know what's going on anymore. It's like hard to judge who would win this game from the lineups as well, because it's like you also have to pick active solo laners. And in my opinion, Pharaoh, Bubbles, for example, are like two of the most active
Yeah.
solo heroes. And okay, so I think this game just went down. So I think BMG just played much better. Jonas and Limp really did save this trial, and it was well at the bottom.
Yeah.
Didn't really look the best in the beginning, but those ultis just, and the rockets and everything on top of that is just too much for Rexars to handle.
That was fun, though. That was fun. Again, good manners there, of course, on both sides. Again, just they too, I'm sure, had a lot of fun with that game. Those chaotic games are fun to play, I'm sure, too. But in the end, yeah, BMG displaying. I think he said like Limp, especially. No, not that surprise once again, but coming through on the Thunderbringer, just really locked down that bubbles, and obviously you stress with that ultimate in that tri-lane. He's just so underleveled and so underfarmed on those supports, especially. Hell, even Thunderbringer was. They just couldn't handle it. So. Started to take off, and before you know it, what was it, like 50 kills later in 20 minutes? We have a victor. BMG does come out on top in the end, and once again, that means they take the series 2-0, and that means they are still undefeated here in the Han Tour Pro League, or Carnage and Caldivar, excuse me, Pro League, coming at you. So obviously, the start for them is just off the charts, and. I'm not saying they can lose out by any means from here on and be fine, because again, they're not even halfway yet. There's 10 matches in total that you play, so they got 4 matches down though, being at 12 points. I'm actually updating the standings right here real quickly, but you can kind of get an idea of how good of a lead they have. Again, keeping in mind it is important to note how many teams have played how many games. It's been between 3 and 4 or 3 and 2. BMG the first team to play 4 games, so that's obviously a little bit different, make it 2, but. Yeah, again, here you go. There should be the updated, yeah. So they're on top now, 4 matches played. They have 12 points in total. You get 3 points for winning 2-0. And again, they've been undefeated all throughout, thus the 12 points. So Rexars, though, they're kind of in the middle of the pack right now. Through 3 matches, they're sitting on their 3 points there. And again, they
got this.
I think the way they've been playing, they could very likely finish in that top 4 spot. It would not surprise me at all, but
definitely. I mean, the important games for them are against Excellent and Reason generally.
Yeah.
Because of the teams that they're competing with for that like 3rd to 4th spot, if we're considering that CiC and BMG are kind of the 1st and 2nd. So, games against those teams are the ones they really should focus on, and they did this weekend. So, they did lose to BMG, but in the end, it is BMG.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, any final thoughts here, Panny? Any shout-outs in the end you want to make?
Final thoughts. BMG 2-0. That's it.
BMG wins.
Shout-outs to Patrick Hanskin, Kezu, Nieman, Lorks, Mini Meander, everybody, CiC, all the people I love. To you, Breaky, as well. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
And good luck, Breaky, in your future endeavors.
You too, Panny. You too. You were the son of a bitch. I was dialing. Anyways, no. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be wrapping up here for today. I noticed here as far as upcoming matches, guys, I want to let you guys know this weekend, Honcast, I'm not going to be here this weekend. I am going out of town, unfortunately. But with that said, there's still plenty of coverage that's going to be coming at you. In fact, all the matches should ultimately be covered. Again, 3 matches on each day. The initial match will be 2 side by side. But we do got the community casters, and Colecast, I believe, is going to be coming back this weekend. Beef, of course, of Colecast will be coming back in again. I'll keep you updated on the Facebook and Twitter, the exact information once that day comes around. But definitely look forward to those matches. So Colecast and then some community casters going to be stepping up and casting those good matches, as you can see on the schedule right there, both Saturday and Sunday. A lot of big matches. And after this weekend, we'll be pretty much halfway done through the Pro League for the first cycle at least. Get an idea of where teams are shaping up. But, with that said, once again, guys, fun as always. Another congratulations to BMG for taking today and providing, again, a very entertaining match there. Seeing Thunderbringer, first time we have seen him in forever. And it definitely was worth the watch. So, Limp coming through on the Thunderbringer. But big shout out to Pandy once again as a co-caster. And shout out to you guys for tuning in. Again, we all love Heroes of New Earth, man. That's why we're here on these days here for the Carnage of our Pro League. And hopefully there have been some entertaining matches and providing that need to get some good competitive Han in there. Again, check out the VODs if you missed any, HanTour.com. You can go to the Carnage of our section Pro League and the VODs are on there. Also, of course, YouTube.com/Hancast has the VODs uploaded as soon